Hello everyone. Today we will learn about handoffs, introduction part of handoffs and definition of handoff. And also we will learn about types of handoffs. So coming to handoff, what is meant by handoff? Here handoff is a process of automatically changing the frequencies as the mobile unit moves from one frequency zone to another frequency zone so that the conversation can be continued in a new frequency zone without redialing. It means when a mobile unit in base station 1 is moving to base station 2, the frequency channel allotted to the mobile unit in base station 1 is disconnected and a new frequency channel is allotted in base station 2. So this happens simultaneously so that there is no call disconnection. There is no need of redialing a call. Hello everyone. Today we will learn about the introduction part of handoffs and types of handoffs. So firstly we will learn about definition of handoff. What is meant by handoff? Here handoff is process of automatically changing the frequencies as the mobile unit moves from one base station to the other base station without redialing or call without disconnecting the call. It means when a mobile unit in base station 1 is moving to the base station 2, then the mobile unit in base station 1 the mo- hello everyone, today we will discuss about introduction part of handoff and types of handoffs. Firstly we will learn the definition of handoff. What is meant by handoff? Handoff means, for example, consider a mobile unit in base station 1. In this base station 1, this mobile unit is allotted one frequency channel for its communication. This mobile unit, it is moving from base station 1 to base station 2. So when this mobile unit crosses the base station 1 and when it has entered the base station 2, here this mobile unit is disconnected. This mobile unit is disconnected with the Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the topic of handoff, the introduction part of handoff and the types of handoffs. So what is meant by handoff? What is meant by handoff? So handoff, the definition of handoff, it means, for example, consider a base station 1. In this base station 1, a mobile unit is allotted a frequency channel for its communication. Now this mobile unit is moving to the base station 2. When this mobile unit is moving to the base station 2, after entering this mobile unit into base station 2, this mobile unit should be allotted with a new frequency channel belonging to this base station 2. And the frequency channel which has allotted in base station 1 should be disconnected and it should connect with the frequency channel in the base station 2. This should happen automatically so that the call should be continued and the call should not be disconnected. The call should be continued when the mobile unit is moving from base station 1 to base station 2. It means when the mobile unit is moving from one frequency zone to another frequency zone, the conversation the conversation should be continued in this new frequency zone without redialing or without disconnecting the call. This is the definition of handoff. So here we had written the definition of handoff. Handoff is a process of automatically changing frequencies of the mobile unit when it moves from one frequency zone to the other frequency zone, so that the conversation can be continued in this new frequency zone without redialing. This is about handoff, and these are the introduction points of handoff. So coming to the fourth point here, handoffs is needed in two situations. Handoffs is needed in two situations. What are the two situations? Here two situations means the first one is at the cell boundary. At the cell boundary, the handoff should be needed, because at the cell boundary, the signal strength of the mobile unit decreases, and there itself the mobile unit should connect with the new frequency zone in the next base station. So the handoffs are needed in boundary conditions, at the cell boundary conditions, when the mobile unit is getting weak signal. And the second situation is when the mobile unit is reaching the signal strength in holes. Holes means weak signal spots. Weak signal spots means the areas of hilly terrains or valleys where the signal strength is low. So that places are called holes, which represents weak signal areas. There the handoff should be needed. So in these two situations the handoff is applied. There is one at the cell boundary and the other at the holes or gaps where the signal strength is low. Next, this diagram represents the handoff region. See, for this hexagonal cell, for this cell region, the boundary conditions, these boundary conditions represents the handoff. So one of the situation here we had written handoffs needed two situations. So in these two situations, one situation is this boundary conditions, and the second situation is the holes where the signal strength is low, and the middle part is the base station, and this is the mobile unit. So at the boundary conditions, I had considered the signal strength as minus 100 dB. That is the threshold value. It means at that minus 100 dB, the signal is weak and handoff is initiated at that point. So these are the boundaries. For example, this mobile unit is moving like this. If it is moving from this base station to the other base station, it is crossing the boundary. Whenever it crosses the boundary, handoff should be applied. And this mobile unit again entering into the base station, again handoff should be needed. And this mobile unit again going out of the cell site, then again handoff is needed. So whenever this mobile unit moves out of the base station, it needs handoff. And when it moves from this base station to the other base station, again to this base station, a handoff is needed. So in this way, the handoff is needed at the boundary conditions and at holes or gaps where the signal strength is low. Now we will discuss the types of handoffs. That is soft handoff and hard handoff. So before studying the types of handoffs, we will study these handoffs are based on these two types of handoffs are based on signal strength and carrier to interference ratio. So the two types of handoffs are based on signal strength. That is, the signal strength to threshold level for handoff is considered as minus 100 dB. Is considered as minus 100 dB. So here the signal strength represents whether the handoff should be initiated or not. So here I had considered minus 100 dB threshold value. So whenever it is minus 100 dB value, threshold value, then the handoff should be initiated. So based on the signal strength, it represents that there is a weak signal strength. This minus 100 dB threshold value represents there is a weak signal strength. It means the weak signal strength means then the handoff should be initiated. So here the handoff is based on the signal strength. If there is a good signal strength, then there is no need of handoff. Next, carrier to interference ratio. Handoffs are also based on carrier to interference ratio. The carrier to interference ratio at the cell boundary for handoff should be 18 dB in order to have a good voice quality. It means we had already learned in while studying directional antennas, 3 sector case, 6 sector case, and we had calculated the C by value there. C by value. What is the C by value for better voice quality there? 18 dB. We had already studied 18 dB. So here it says the C by value at the cell boundary for handoff should be 18 dB in order to have a good voice quality. If C by value is not 18 dB, then the signal carrier to interference ratio is not a good value. It is not having a good value. Then a handoff should be initiated. So once the handoff is initiated, once the handoff is initiated, the C by value at the cell boundary should be 18 dB, so that there is a good voice quality in the communication. If there is no 18 dB, it means what? There is a poor signal strength. That is poor carrier to interference ratio. Then handoffs should be initiated. So based on this handoffs, so there are two types of handoffs based on signal strength and this carrier to interference ratio. Then what are the two types of handoffs? They are soft handoff and hard handoff. Here soft handoff means it represents make before break. It represents the policy make before break. It means consider here the diagram. See in this first diagram, in the base station 1, the mobile unit is in base station 1, and from the base station 1 it is moving to the base station 2. And when it is at the boundary conditions, of base station 1 and base station 2, what this mobile unit will do? This mobile unit first makes connection with the base station 2. It first makes the connection with base station 2. After making connection with the base station 2, then it breaks the connection with base station 1. It means soft handoff. Soft handoff, what it will do? It will first make the connection with the second base station, and then it breaks the connection with the first base station, so that the call is not disconnected. This is about soft handoff. Then coming to hard handoff. Hard handoff means break before make policy. Again consider this first diagram. In base station 1, the mobile unit is there, and this mobile unit is moving to the base station 2. When this mobile unit reached the boundary conditions, what this mobile unit will do? First it breaks the connection with base station 1. After breaking the connection with base station 1, then it makes connection with base station 2. It means first what it was doing? It was breaking the connection with the base station 1, and after breaking it was making a connection with the base station 2. Here then what we can understand? We can understand there is a disconnection of call. There is a disconnection of call. When the mobile unit reaches the boundary conditions, first it breaks the connection with base station mode. It means the mobile is disconnected. Then it is making a connection with the base station 2, and it means again it is redialing, so that a frequency channel is allotted in base station 2. This is about hard handoff. And soft handoff means first it makes connection with base station 2, so that the call is not disconnected. After making connection with base station 2, then at the last it breaks the connection with the base station 1, so that the call is not disconnected and the call continues. Clear? This is about soft handoff and hard handoff. Okay, thank you.